The Harry Potter series is not only brilliant fantasy, but often hilarious. This is true for both the books and the movies. But often, because of the differences between media, the humor is quite different in the two. I want to share with you 5 humorous moments in the books that I love the most. There are so many great humorous moments, and my list is totally subjective. If you are a book fan, please leave a comment about your favorite humorous moments. I'd love to read them. If you haven't read the books, I hope this video gives you a taste of their humor. Enough said, let's get to my list. The first moment I'd like to mention is in the Chamber of Secrets. At the beginning of chapter 10, Harry acts a werewolf in front of his classmates in Professor Lockhart's reenactment of his made-up adventure. Harry does not refuse, only because he wants Lockhart to sign a permission for him so that he can know who opens the Chamber of Secrets. This reenactment is presented with Lockhart's monologue. "Nice loud howl, Harry." "Exactly." "And then, if you'll believe it, it pounced, like this. Slammed him to the floor, thus. With one hand, I managed to hold him down. With my other, I put my wand to his throat. I then screwed up my remaining strength and performed the immensely complex humorous charm." He let out a piteous moan. "Go on, Harry. Higher than that?" "Good." "The fur vanished. The fangs shrank. And he turned back into a man." Simple, yet effective. "And another village will remember me forever as the hero who delivered them from the monthly terror of werewolf attacks." I love how vivid a picture this monologue paints. I totally see and hear Harry acting this painful and defeated werewolf whenever I read this. The fact that it doesn't describe directly what Harry does, but lets the readers imagine it through Lockhart's monologue, makes it all the more hilarious. There's a contrast between Harry's unwillingness that we know and Lockhart's proud tone. Lockhart's narcissism is the main source of humor in the Chamber of Secrets. And this particular moment cracks me up the most. It shows how much our hero will do to save Hogwarts. And it's even better if you consider the fact that in the passage right before this, Ron says it's hard to get a permission with mega reasons, so they have to choose a really stupid teacher. And then we go straight to Lockhart's class without any further discussion or explanation. The second moment is in the Goblet of Fire. At the end of chapter 5, the Weasleys are talking about the upcoming Quidditch World Cup. Mrs. Weasley mentions that the match went for 5 days last time. Percy, the snobbish son who has just started to work in the Ministry of Magic, says he shudders to think what the state of his in-tray would be if he were away for so long. Fred, wickedly, says someone might slip dragon dung in it again. Percy defends himself by saying it was a sample of fertilizer and that it was nothing personal. And then we read, "It was," Fred whispered to Harry as they got up from the table. "We said it." Here we see the typical Weasley twins and their brilliant practical joke. And the way it is presented is pure genius. The twist of Fred's revelation is so good, and the short conversation makes the readers imagine the previous bickering about this in the Weasley family. The third moment is in the Order of Phoenix. In chapter 29, Harry is determined to break into Dolores Umbridge's office to talk to Sirius, because her fireplace is the only one not being watched by herself. Ron is supportive of whatever Harry decides, but Hermione is worried and wants to convince Harry not to. In History of Magic class, Hermione is untypically inattentive and keeps talking to Harry. It reads, "Hermione, said Ron in a low and indignant voice. Are you going to stop telling Harry off and listen to Binks, or am I going to have to take notes instead? I love how Ron takes for granted Hermione's taking notes for Harry and him. He is indignant. The following passage is also hilarious. In potions class, Harry and Ron refuse to speak to Hermione, but she doesn't give up. She keeps nagging under her breath in a hiss that causes Seamus to waste 5 whole minutes checking his cauldron for leaks. This is an amusing representation of the daily life of teenage students. And I love it also because the Golden Trio's characters are so clear here. Harry is strong-headed, Ron is always loyal to Harry, sometimes even blindly, while Hermione reminds them of possible danger in an annoying way. They are flawed and human, and they are a good team because of their differences. Next is the moment right after Voldemort's death. When our hero hides from the crowds and walks toward the headmaster's study with Ron and Hermione, they hear Peeves sing. We did it, we bashed them, we pulled the one. And Vody's gone moody, so now let's have fun. This naughty poltergeist's absence in the movies is really a pity. He contributes to a lot of funny moments in the books and also to Hogwarts' liveliness. His song after the devastating war reassures the readers that Hogwarts is really safe again. This moment might not be the funniest, but to me, it is one of the best moments that are funny. The fifth is on the last page. 19 years later, when Harry, Ginny, Ron, and Hermione say goodbye to their kids at King's Cross, Harry's son, Albus, asks why people are all staring. Ron replied, "Don't let it worry you. It's me. I'm extremely famous." And the kids laugh. Of course, people are staring because of Harry. We all know how Ron struggles with living in the shadows of his successful brothers and his famous friend. Seeing him joke about fame to spare the Potter's uneasiness with fame is one of the reasons that the prologue is so satisfying. Ron's character arc is well done with this last joke in the books. These are my favorite humorous moments in the Harry Potter books. Again, there are so many great moments, and my list is totally subjective. I'd love to read about your favorite moments in the comment section. Also, this channel is producing a sitcom that we hope to be as funny and heartwarming as these moments. It's called Room 20. It's about roommates of opposite personalities and backgrounds trying to live together. Check the channel and give it a chance. Thank you for watching.